I speak today as a small business owner and not as a representative. Our minimum wage has not kept up with inflation. We used to have an agreement with the working class that a 40-hour work week would be enough to care for your family without being riddled with debt or working a second job just to stay afloat. The entities that are fighting hardest against these pieces of legislation are also those that are the largest and most profitable. For some reason, when we talk about the economy, we now pretend that the working class just doesn't matter. When we talk about jobs, it's not about the worker, it's about how can we give more money to the rich to create more jobs. When we talk about the economy, we talk about how we can ensure our ultra-wealthy can get better returns, not how we can put more money into the pockets of the working poor. We have monolithically forgotten that any good, vibrant economy requires a consumer base, and when we don't protect the worker, our economy runs out of steam. And that is why I'm testifying on Senate Bill 13, House Bill 6212, and House Bill 6901. Connecticut has gone from having the fourth most millionaires per capita to the second most millionaires per capita in the past decade. During this time, for the first time in 50 years, we have been losing Connecticut residents. This started happening in 2013. If we are gaining millionaires as a percentage of our population, but losing people as an overall number, it means that our middle class and working poor are getting pushed out. If we want to be serious about this problem, not just practicing politics that play well with a specific base, then we need to start protecting our workers. If we don't, you can expect our cities to continue failing, while the wealthy class becomes more and more removed from reality as the bottom drops off. Whether you look to Australia that has a minimum wage of $15 an hour and US dollars pay parity, or various cities across the US that have raised their minimum wage to $15 an hour, you see an increase to the quality of life for the people who need it most. Successful businesses do not fail because of raising the standard of living for the people who matter the most to our economy. And countries that provide paid family and medical leave do not suffer in the marketplace. Their employees work harder and are more devoted. There is less turnover and people are happier. And when large conglomerates underpay their employees, going so far as to encourage employees to go to the state to cover necessities like healthcare, housing, and sustenance, the taxpayers are left footing the bill for the benefit of the massively profitable entities that come into our state, sucking profits out of local economies. The taxpayers are left footing the bill of taking care of our workers, and yet as we punish ourselves, we look at each other and say, "Isn't this great?" While these companies pulled down record profits being drained out of our middle class, we congratulate ourselves on being a state that's great for business. At some point, we have to be honest with what is happening to our economy. We need to look at the numbers, we need to recognize the facts, and we need to remember that for an economy to work, it needs to work for everyone.